What is up?
Hey everyone, how's it going? And I think we need to continue that song so long as we don't get gigged for it. So what is
Hey,
love?
don't hurt me.
Bobby, don't
What
hurt
is
me. Don't hurt me, Bobby, no more. I hope I did it just the right amount of cadence that we won't get sued. Anyway, um, so hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome to episode 45 of Edge of Legend. We love you. We love having you here. And let's get into some introductions, do a quick recap, and get right into it. Let's start with Sidney. Sidney, please tell us who you are, who you're playing, and what your pronouns are.
Hello, my name is Sidney. I play Alona, the half-elf cloistered cleric, and my pronouns are she, her.
Heck yeah. And the amazing singer bard in the group, Kylie, please tell us who you are, who you're playing, and what your pronouns are.
Hello, I'm Kylie, or I go by Kai. It really does not matter at this point. I play Shionibus the Elven Ranger, and we both go by she, her.
Excellent. Next up, Mr. Macapal, tell them who you are, who you're playing, pronouns, what are they?
Well, I am Michael Powell, and I play the fabulous Rufa. And our pronouns are he, him, they, them.
Excellent. Sam Sterling, please tell us who you are, who you're playing, and what your pronouns are.
Hello, I am Sam, and I play Ichipotan Papakui, and our pronouns are she, her.
Excellent. Before I introduce myself, just want to say that Ian is still out of town doing an amazing job of planning the wedding of a lifetime. So we're super excited for the next chapter of his chronicle. He's going to become a Lord of the Wedding Ring, and we're very excited for he and Samwise partner going up the life that is Mount Mortar. You know, that Mount Mortar metaphor is kind of sad. Anyway, we love you, Ian. Have a great time. We'll see you when we see you. My name is PJ. I am the GM for Edge of Legend and Nat 20 Productions. My pronouns are he, him, and as the GM, I'll be playing everything in between. Let's do a quick recap and get into this bad boy. By the way, if I forgot to thank you or anything else, please let me know. It's been a long day. So on last episode of Edge of Legend, there was a lot of survival checks until, of course, Tehon realized that they could just get on his back and he would just go rocketing through the jungle like a furry bus. Along the way, he had to stop for some water. And that's when a giant hairy crab, which was made on our Tuesday show at the table, arrived to attack the heroes. And the heroes destroyed it very, very well. Ichi, of course, gave it the Lucha elbow drop, sent it flying into some coral reef spikes, killed it right away. And then, of course, they traveled a bit more, found the lead rider of the Thoktukain, or the Bloodwing Riders from the Red Rock tribe, as he was trying to commune with Quetzalcoatl. He flew once he was seen. And then Tehon and Quetzalcoatl had an old feud to settle, and we had a giant god beast kaiju battle in the jungle. It was I thought it was kind of cool. It was awesome. And then as it settled, Quetzalcoatl turned into a vapor, a cloud, a storm itself, and said, "My avatar and the temple of Lucha needs me," and then leaves. Now, that's not the end of that story, because as they settle down for the night and decide to camp, they are met by Kemzatz, the god of bats, darkness, death. And that is where we are picking off today's episode. I'm sorry, starting today's episode. As Kemazatz, this giant god, is now standing in front of whoever was on night shift at the time.
Shionibus and Morel.
That is correct. Shonibus and Morel. Just check my notes. Shonibus and Morel, you're now standing in front of a bat about the size of a military barrack with one eye staring at you. He's kind of stepping on his knuckle joints, massive wings taking up a good portion of the forest floor. What do you do?
Parlay, you said?
Yes. I would like to have a parlay with you. I come to you with a potential deal or proposition.
And would you like to further explain?
We could talk about this here, or we could talk about it in safer places.
I don't think any place is really safe. Unless my friends can come, because I'm definitely not going alone.
Oh, of course.
No matter how strong this guy is.
Morel just kind of goes, hello. Camazotz just kind of looks at him and looks at you with his one eye, and he says, you can bring all your friends. You will probably need them for what will happen next.
Stay here. Morel. Yeah. Just run off to go wake everyone up.
All right. So you can decide how you're going to wake them up, and we will make rolls, checks, whatever from there.
No, that's too mean.
Oh god.
I
Are you gonna get mushed to pee on device?
would never.
Mm.
I'm just going to run into the camp and be like, everyone up. Everyone needs to get up. Now you have about 5 seconds before I dump water on you.
Ichi grabs her axe. What is there? Where is it? Point me to it.
I
Like
don't
that
think you can chop it down with an axe, Ichi.
What?
Like that scene in Hook where the Lost Boys wake up after Tink.
Yeah.
Rufus goes, beat this forest.
Huh. Ilona just kind of rubs her eyes a little bit, and she's like, "Shionovis, why? What's wrong? If it's not, you gotta explain some things. Use your words. What's happening?"
There is a god talking to me about parlay.
Ilona shoots out of bed. Ilona shoots out of bed. Where? What do you mean? Who?
I don't remember his name because you know me and names. I just don't care. But he's a bat.
Oh, okay. Can I roll religion, PJ?
Absolutely.
Also, while I'm rolling, I show off dice bag. Look, dice bag.
Yes.
Look.
Tell us.
Yes, this is from Cognitive Merchant, i.e. Grebo Lightbrush, that joins us in chat sometimes. It's my friend Jay, and they run a business where they do a lot of leather work. And so, actually, on At the Table, PJ and Michael, when we were talking about our romance and role play like Q&A, he really liked the god of love. That I think we kind of saw him a little bit in the. Did we see him a little bit in the one shot with all the gods? Did we see
Yes.
him?
In Rod's rave party, he is now currently the couples therapist to Iodex and Kioma.
Yes, exactly. So he liked that character a whole lot, so he decided to make me a dice bag based on that character. And so the character has a lion. It's a really, really cute. He also gave me more for us to do a giveaway, but we'll talk more on that later. But I'm real happy about it, and I wanted to give him a shout out because he's a really cool person. He does a lot of really cool leatherworking stuff. Okay. Also, Reap Psyche gave me new dice. Woo!
Thank you so much, Rip Psyche.
Oh.
Ooh,
Yeah.
those are pretty.
They came with a letter after the episode where I almost died 5 times. And it said, "No drowning ever again. Not allowed."
I was
Oh
so
my
excited for him to give you those.
I
Uh-huh.
love that.
I
You gotta
think I
post
almost
that at your
almost-
desk though.
cried a little bit. I do. I have it right here because it reminds me to not drown ever again, ever. They're made out of opals, which is my birthstone, and I cry.
That's beautiful.
Um,
Thank you, Reap Psyche, for reminding her not to drown.
Thanks. I also appreciate not drowning as someone who likes to live and likes my character to live as well. But I'm going to do this religion check to see if I can tell, based on the information that Shionibus gave me, who it is, or if I know anything about Camazotz.
Okay.
That's math. That is math. That is some math. That's an 18.
18. Okay.
Yeah.
Camazotz does stand outside the Astrogenicon pantheon. You can kind of tell from his vibe, because it's obvious the guy's a giant one-eyed bat of darkness, that there's a lot of reoccurring themes of like death, shadows, nighttime, and you definitely get a vibe from what you've run into with other the gods of the gods land, the animal gods, that they are either the progenitor or the symbol of all the animals look like it. So you can probably guess Camazotz is definitely like the god of all bats.
Okay. Well, that's cool. Bats, but I like bats. So okay, so god of bats, god of bats. Alona's like, cool, god of bats. Awesome. Why does the god of bats want to talk to us? And she's like, okay, Shunibus, let's go. Let's figure this out. How are we gonna talk to this one-eyed god of bats? Are they good news or bad news? Let's find out. I have a good luck potato necklace as well. Hopefully this will help Alona talk to this god. Please. I'll take all the luck I can get.
She's gonna look at Ichi and be like, make sure Tobias gets up. And she's going to start walking back towards Morel.
Ichi kicks Tobias' sleeping bag.
Rufa gives a look to Itchy. The look that she probably knows what he's gonna say about this jungle.
Okay.
Don't worry, Rufa. You don't even need to use save your words, save your energy. I know what you're about to say. I feel it up here.
So you kick Tobias's bedroll and he looks up at you. He sees your weapon on her shoulder and he goes, are we fighting again? Who is it this time?
A god?
And then he just kind of rolls his eyes. Oh, it's always a bloody god with you people. And Tobias gets up and just kind of goes, I'm not even putting on my chainmail. I'm getting on my holy symbol. I'm getting on my sword and shield, and that's the bloody end of it. He gets his weapons and armor, or his weapon, shield, and his holy symbol, and he looks at you and goes, lead the way, Ichi.
This away. And she turns and she looks for wherever Shionibus went.
All right. Big shout out to Dice Drinks Drama. Thank you so much for the raid. Hope you guys like the show. They're about to talk to Camazotz, the bat god of death, destruction, and the night. So you all make your way up to Camazotz. But of course, Ichi, Rufa, and Tobias are lagging behind. So starting with Shionibus, Morel, and Alona. When Alona and Shionibus get back, you see Morel talking to Camazotz, and he's like, right, so you see that's why I say, like, the best dogs are the big fluffy dogs. And we didn't talk about dogs. Hello, the god has been entertaining me while you've been gone.
Absolutely. That sounds like some really important conversation. Thank you, Morel. For the record, I also like big fluffy dogs. Hello. We are here. Hello. Why are you looking to seek counsel with the mighty people of the Godlands that have been here for a little bit now?
I first saw you a day or two ago when you entered this forest. I know you're not from around here. Your legends from other lands come to this jungle forest to meddle. They smell on your persons. Great purpose. I have need of great purpose from you.
Probably smell Tobias.
Maybe.
You said you have need of great purpose. Okay, so what do you need?
There is a great upheaval with the gods of the forest. There is a balance that must be checked. I need a favor, and in return for this favor, a deal, I will give you aid to help you on your journey in this forest.
You say there's a balance that must be checked, but who's deciding that balance?
Who amongst the gods is better to decide balance for the gods?
If we do a favor for you, what are the consequences?
There is no consequences. There is only my end of the bargain.
Rufus gonna say, there is always a cost. Nothing is free.
All right, 1 second, really fast. I think Sidney was going to say something. Sidney, what were you going to say?
Oh, I was just going to say something very similar to Rufa. So as he approaches, Alona is going to utter, he's right. If there's anything that I've learned since being out here, it's that nothing ever comes for free. I don't have to listen to Rufa to learn that. I can see it in the way that people interact with each other. And I used to think that gods are different, but I don't believe that anymore. So what exactly are the consequences of our actions if we help you?
I guess the consequences would be relevant to the deal. Let me offer my part, and in doing so, tell you what I need from you. You can assert the consequences on your own time. So, I am a god of death. I have children asleep in a cave on the western part of this island. This, with his little two bat fingers, he goes, continent. I need something to wake them up. And in doing so, I need to remind Jaguar that he is not the only god of death, and that maybe bygones must be bygones.
Your children. What are they?
Why, they are bats, of course.
And their purpose is to wage war against Jaguar?
No. We are servants of Shebalba. We don't care about war. We are agents of death, not destruction, like you understand it. If you were to murder each other, our jobbers would take you, not kill you.
Can I do a lore check on Shabalba, please?
Sure. You can do a lore check, religion check. Anyone who's from Osmocon can also do it with a +1.
Yeah, got a 19. Ooh, wow, that's gonna be real good. Uh-huh. Ooh. Ooh. Yep. That's a 29.
Dang. 29. What you got, Sam?
You said I could do a religion.
Religion or lore check with a +1.
Okay. That is 25.
Okay. So, I will say that Ichi, of course, knows the story, grew up with it as part of, the beginning of the Sixth Age. But you do remember, Alona, hearing that word Shabalba kind of as you study Hamasa, the goddess of death and respite, or respite, depending on where you're from. You know that Shabalba, both of you know that Shabalba is the Western Asmaconian or Greater Asmaconian land of the dead. It is not just the land where lost souls or dead souls are taken. It is a land where gods of death live and reside over the dead brought to them. It's a bigger concept of, if you want to, it's kind of like Hades.
Mm.
And you know that there are servants of Shabalba. There's gods of Shabalba. It's a whole ecosystem.
Okay. Okay, that's good to know. Okay. So great. So basically if we helped him, we're unleashing death gods onto the jungle. I was going to talk to Camazotz again and address them, and let me talk to my associates of the mighty people of the Godlands that have been here for a little bit now, and we are going to discuss we're going to discuss this offer that you have so graciously bestowed upon us. Give us a minute or two. Ilona's going to pull everybody to the side. Okay. So the deal is basically unleash bats of death.
Is it? Is it? That's what he wants us to do?
What, Rufa?
That does not sound like a very good deal.
No, it doesn't. At all. So what I'm gathering is that they want us to release their children. Okay. Their children are bats. Okay. But Camazotz is a god of death and rules over Shabalba. So basically, from what I'm able to gather is that Camazotz will have servants or will have children or will have people collect souls for them and bring them to Shabalba. That is what I'm gathering so far. So if we wake up their children and show Jaguar that there's more than one god of death in the Godlands, there's gonna be a lot of death in the Godlands.
One moment. This might work out in our favor. I don't know. Like the gears are kind of starting to spin in Rufa's head. But okay, okay, bear with Rufa. When this death god say take the souls, can we assume that they mean killing something?
Yes. I think that's how it works.
Well,
I am pretty sure. I don't believe that they're a ferryman that just like, oh look, this helpless deer has died. Let's help their soul and take them across. I think it's, oh look, a deer die, and then they take their soul across.
Do we know though? What's our
Yeah.
evidence?
well,
Somebody's got to do that job. Why not
True.
these bat children?
True.
My own god kind of helps with that job. So like,
But your god doesn't kill things.
you don't know that. He's kind of a mean dude.
Does your god come here? How does that work?
No, that's a whole nother issue. That's kind of, I'm sure he'd show up like if I asked him to.
I should have paid attention.
We
to
do
religion
have,
class.
we are up against opposing forces that well, currently we have been sending to the afterlife. Perhaps if we can make a deal, maybe this might work out in our favor if you getting what Rufa is laying down.
If you really think about it, we're just as bad as them. I mean, we've done our own unaliving things. So really,
I don't, we've done some unaliving to some things.
Listen,
so really,
that was just a few times. I mean, okay, we're not going to bring up the whole Jeremy thing again. He survived. But every other case was us fighting for our lives. So we're not like bad.
It's not like we went out of our way to hurt people. They just tried to hurt us first. In most cases, I think.
And well, they have an army. They have an army that wants to do what we want to do to them, to us.
and we could have a bat god. They have an army. We could have a bat god. Like,
Yeah, but also the Bat God had this snake friend who tried to kill Tahone. So like it's a bit more complicated. We're getting roped into like a bigger cosmic issue right now. And it's a lot for like
Honestly,
5 little
everything in this jungle is trying to kill another thing.
Even the plant.
Just
That's
saying.
true. But I am wondering why this mighty powerful god needs 5 plus 2 bias and morale, 7 mortals to wake up their children. Why don't they go do it themselves? Why do 7 mortals who have only been in Asmacon for like not even a week? Why do we need to go wake up his children?
We could ask. I'll ask.
Oh, I was wondering if. Oh wait, never mind. I don't have that skill.
That's okay. Sam, do you want to talk to Kamzats?
Yeah, I will go up and I'll speak to Kamazats in Asmacon and I'll say, hey, good to see you here. You're looking elegant tonight. You mind if I ask you just a few questions about this whole, thing?
In Asmacon, he responds, daughter of the land. Yes, I would love to answer any questions that I can. Well, that I can.
Okay. First question. Why do you need us? Like, not in like a suspicious kind of way, but just like us as mortals. Why do you need us?
Well, I guess the greater question is then, or the question is, why does any god need a mortal? But we do. We do so much you cannot possibly understand.
I feel like why does any god need a mortal was a question on the final exam in my religion class. And I wish I could remember. Okay, that's an answer. So say we go wake up your children. What are they gonna proceed to do?
They are going to take the souls of the dead, the departed, those who have succumbed to sickness and old age, and they will take them to Shabalba if Shabalba has eyes on them. We will not take the souls of people from the other lands.
Okay, so now is this like a ferryman type thing, or is this like you reap death upon the living?
I will not lie to you. My hands are covered in the blood by the bodies I have sacrificed, the hearts that I have ripped, the knives that have gone into bodies. And this is part of my job. But I am no killer. I am a purveyor of the richest substance of life to where it is supposed to go. Jaguar is not the same. He is angry. He is destructive. He does not ferry, as you put it. He kills. He maims. He leaves corpses behind. He's very good at his job. But he has lost sight of why he is a death god. Now he is just a killer.
Okay, so and you said the richest substance of life. You are not referring to coffee?
I know what you mean. Coffee is very good. I do love coffee, but no, this is not something else. This is just taking what needs to be taken to where it must go.
All right. I think I get what's going on here. I'll be right back. You stay, here doing your thing.
Of course.
You look great. She'll go back to the group and okay, so I think that I think he's well within his bat god duties, and what it really sounds like is Jaguar's the one who we should really be concerned about killing souls that are not ready to be, taken away. And it sounds like maybe helping him could help create that balance.
Oh, go ahead, Rufa. What were you saying?
Itchy, are you absolutely sure that this deity is telling the truth? Because, as we all know, the truth is relative.
I am absolutely sure of nothing ever except for my own ability to hit things with my weapons.
This is fair. Rufa, I'm on the same page that you're on. Basically, I am slightly concerned that this god isn't necessarily being as forthright with information. Because PJ, was I able? Okay, so you mentioned it before, but I don't know who got the ability, to remember this. That Camazotz was also a trickster god.
That would probably be either you or Sam Sterling.
Okay.
Don't remember that.
I think it probably was Alona. So Alona's just gonna drop that quick little bit of info that they remember from hearing stories of things from across gods from across the lands. Well, you know, there is this small little fact that you know, Camazotz might in fact be not as honest as we would like to believe, because they have been known to be a god of tricks, and not in a fun way, like Sun Wukong. Not in a fun way.
That wasn't in a fun way.
That wasn't really fun at all, honestly.
I thought it was kind of fun. But no, you're right. They stole things. Stealing is bad, but also running through a jungle.
Maybe we can ask him for a little bit of, I don't know, like a way to trust him.
Like we need some kind of like collateral.
Something like that.
That's a good point, Shionibus. That's a really good point. Rufa.
Thank you. I have them sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes.
Rufa, would you be willing to negotiate collateral with Camazotz?
Rufa does not mind. As long as we could communicate, would Rufa does not know Asmaconian, but Sylvian maybe, or something else?
He speaks common. I talk to him just fine.
Okay. All right, then, yes, Rufa would gladly, if anything, perhaps, Alona, we negotiate and I will back, and Rufa will back you up.
I like that idea. Let's go do it. Alona like has a little pep in her step. She's like, I'm learning how to negotiate. New skill added to my checklist. I'm learning how to do things. And she's just gonna waddle her way up.
Rufa follows, and he could use his new feat. That helps that very much.
Oh yeah, what's the new feat, big guy?
Cooperative nature.
Slowly over time, Rufa's learned how to get along with people.
At level 4, I learned the power of teamwork.
That's incredible. I love that so much.
Considering what everything you have done in the farce so far.
Yeah, I think this is wonderful. I love this. My new feats are only good if people are injured, so let's hope we don't get to use them this episode. But Alona walks up to Camazotz and she goes, "Dear God, Camazotz, hello. We, the mighty people of the Godlands that have been here for a little bit now, would like to ask if it would be possible to get some form of collateral in the event that we so we know that when we wake your children, you will appreciate it." Rufa?
Rufa's gonna whisper, "So we are not screwed." Really quick, BJ, while this whole negotiation thing is going on, I was wondering if I could ready an action with one of my skills.
What would you like to ready, and what's the trigger?
Basically using deception as much as you can to suss out if the god is lying.
Deception, no. Perception, yes.
Perception, okay,
Okay,
I can do that. That's actually better.
Perfect. Cool. So you're asking for collateral, right?
Yeah.
Chemizot thinks about this for a bit. His giant bat fingers just kind of placed into the ground. I can give you the only thing I have left. Would you take it if it's the only thing I have left?
If it matters to you, I promise to take care of it.
Good. Then I would ask you to take care of it. He takes one of his long bat-like claw fingers with the wing, the leathery wing draping off his wrist. He plunges his lower finger into the smaller part of his lower eyelid, takes his other hand, plunges his claw-like fingers into his other eye socket, and rips out his other eye. And he hands his eyeball to you. And this eyeball is basically the size of, I'm thinking, relative to a beach ball.
Alona, do you think that will fit in your little magic bag?
The bag of holding ish. Yeah, I think it'll fit in there somewhere. Can you see me right now?
He looks to you and he says,
With his eye?
from now on, until that eyeball is back in my head, me and all my children can no longer see with our eyes. We will have to see by sound and noise. But this is good. We have very good hearing. This eyeball does not see. It will wait until it is back in my head to see again.
So you're saying you're not going to keep an eye on us?
He kind of like, you see this ear twitch, and he goes blindly. He kind of like does thumbs up and he goes, that's a good one. You could hear a point.
Yes. That was so dumb. But yes.
Alona, perhaps we should also come up with the terms of the reward, what we will be getting out of this. Perhaps now, it's usually best to have this sussed out.
Alona's gonna Morel, can you open my bag?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Alona's gonna slump the eye into her infinite bag and address Camazotz again. Thank you for your eye. It is a great votive of trust. You clearly want us to do this, and it would be very bad if you didn't get it back, even though you said that you can see things without an eyeball, which is fascinating. So you said that you would owe us a favor. That could be any favor, correct? Any favor?
If you do what I ask you for,
Uh-huh.
I will give you the servitude of my children.
Oh.
The children, but not you. Then that's to Alona, not to the god. He's speaking through Alona.
Okay. So you're offering us the servitude of your children, not necessarily you, correct?
This is correct, yes.
Okay. Is that good?
That's a decent deal. I was wondering, PJ, really quick, can I roll perception to see if he's lying about the eye?
Yeah, no, absolutely. Trigger that. I think that could definitely go for the trigger that you had before. Go right ahead, make a perception check, see if he's lying. Which is funny because, like, I would imagine that is kind of like in real life, where you're like, nope, wait, you know, when you're waiting to be lied to about something.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. He's like,
Well, trickster god, like anything, especially when you have trickster in the title.
uh-huh.
But anyway,
God of death.
yeah, I got a 20. Oh wait, does this also trigger my current case? Jungle and
Your first case is the orc. Second case, jungle. This would activate the jungle case. Yeah.
Okay, get a +1 then. That's 25.
25. Considering he has no eyes in his head at this point, it's hard to read him. But all things considered, you don't feel like he'd rip his last eyeball out of his head on a lie. Okay. So you feel he's being pretty honest right now.
Okay. Rufa's gonna whisper to Alona, he seems honest about this part at the very least. But the children thing, do not mind the children, but the God does not want to help us. If we could maybe sweeten the deal.
Oh, great Kamzat, speaking as a representative of the mighty people of the Godlands that have been here for a little bit now, I would like to ask if we can sweeten the deal even more by asking for a favor from you directly, the mighty Kamazats, because you are a mighty powerful god, and it would be really cool if we could just get a favor from you. You know, that would be like the best, because you seem so cool, and like the whole eye thing is great, and it would be amazing. And Alona's gonna look back to Ruth and go like,
And Rufus gonna go.
Give me a diplomacy check and then tell me what you want.
okay.
Can I aid?
All right.
Yeah, I'll allow aid. I'll allow aid on this. Diplomacy only though.
Yeah.
The finger guns is what did it.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah.
I'm shooting you with my aid. Yeah.
Yes. All right. Plus, what's my diplomacy? Ooh, help me, Rufa, because I got a 16.
I got a 32.
Okay. So I will let one of you guys use a hero point to flip those. So the 16 was 8 to 32 if you'd like.
Use mine. Use my hero point. Take it.
All right, using the hero point. Cool, I'll take it. So flipping who's aiding whom, the 32 is now kind of superseding the 16, but I'll give that still a bonus of +1, making a total of 33 diplomacy. What do you want from Kamazats, the bat god of night and death?
Oh, out of character, right? Can we talk out of character right now about this?
Yeah, by all means, deliberate out of character.
Okay.
Go at it.
What do you guys think? I'm thinking more of a like direct favor from the god.
I mean, I think that's a powerful way to go.
Yeah.
I'm okay with the favor from the kids or the favor from the god. I think whatever you want, I'm totally okay with. Anybody else?
I just go ahead, Sam. Sorry.
Oh no, it's okay. I was gonna say anything to help against the Red Rock tribe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's all I'm thinking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I just think we have to be careful because a god is willingly giving us a favor.
Mhm.
I don't think we want to necessarily push that, given he is in fact a god and could smite us at
Ooh.
will.
What do you guys think about because I'm already in my head thinking we're gonna have to deal with the Red Rock tribe who have the rocks. I think
Mhm.
that's what you call them, the big birds, right? If we could have Kamazan lead his children against that aerial assault.
Yeah.
Oh, I see what you're saying. I
Yeah.
see what you're saying.
Don't forget, we still might have the Red Rock on our side, given that at least we think
Mhm.
they were with us when Zaka met Shionabis.
Yeah. I mean, if worse comes to worse, we could threaten them with, we have an aerial assault led by a freaking god. If you don't,
Yeah.
you know,
I think it's a
Deal
good
with us.
backup. I mean, I think ultimately our approach for the Red Rock tribe will probably be, why are you fighting war? War bad. Why you be no on our side? Be on our side.
we got
So,
gods.
you know, we have gods and an Ichi, which is basically the same thing at this point.
Mhm.
So I think you know, diplomacy is the best option to go with the Red Rock tribe. But honestly, if we ultimately need to fight them, or if they have someone like Shionabis saw, where they
Mhm.
have Quetzalcoatl
Mhm.
on their side, and we need someone to handle a god, will we do diplomacy things? It would be good to have another god, you know, besides Tahone, because I don't want to put Tahone in more danger. But yeah,
Insurance.
I think that's a good idea. So in short, we would like the favor from Kamazats to be, we would like to call upon you and your children to aid us in battle if the occasion arises.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I feel like that's fair.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You want to break? Go back in character.
I'm good. I'm good with that.
Okay. Elonis begins to address Camazotz again. Camazotz, as speaker of the mighty people of the Godlands that have been here for a little bit now, we would like to propose that as our favor, for awakening your children, we would appreciate it if the favor could be you and your children aiding us in battle if the occasion arises.
Camazotz thinks about this. You can see his head rise up to the night air, his big leaf-shaped nose just taking in the night oxygen, and his ears twitching with sounds as he's thinking. As my word, as a god since the start of the 6th era, I will give you my children. I will give you my aid. However, I will not do this until you do what I need. And my children, they are yours. Me, I am on loan 1 time. Are these agreeable terms?
Yes. Thank you.
Can we just for flavor get some of Woodward's not top shelf super hooch, but like do that shared drink thing? Just get a deal.
I don't know what Ian would offer, but I will say that if you want a commemorative booze, there'll be commemorative booze. But I'm not going to give away his top shelf without him being around for that.
So no, I'm saying not top shelf.
Cool. Yeah, well, I'll hand wave. You have some really good booze, really strong booze if you want it.
All right. And then we'll cheers with Camazotz. We'll pour one out for everybody, and we'll say, okay, we're gonna go get your kids.
Kenpai.
And then, yep. And then Alona gives hers to someone who wants it.
Yonavis is willingly gonna take it.
Nice. Really fast, Camazotz kind of looks at you for a second. Well, he hears your presence, and he says, I don't think you asked what it is I wanted you to do. I want you to wake up my children, yes, but there is a way I want you to do it.
Oh, shoot.
Oof.
Okay.
How do you want us to wake up your chillins?
Well, first things first, it is not for you to wake them up. I am Papa. I'll wake them up. That'll need 2 things. And we do not have to do this here. We can do this in the canopies where my seedlings live.
Okay. Right. Sure. Let's go to your canopies. How do we do that?
Ride on my back. I will take you there.
Sweet. More god rides. Okay.
It's like Disneyland at this point, isn't it?
Except
Come
for
with
his
me.
kid wants to kill you.
So, show of hands, who's riding on Camazotz's back?
Me.
I think all of us would have to get up there.
The pained look on Kylie's face.
I hate it here.
So,
Same.
in a massive upburst of wind, Camazotz takes you thousands of feet in the air and then slowly glides back down. And as you start to re-enter the tree line, you see an entire city built in the upper echelon of the entire forest. Wood planks, torches, and rope bridges stretched as far as the eye can see. You can find massive buildings constructed out of the trees that used to be branches. You can see hooks all over the place. You see meat racks with insects the size of a person outstretched and like jerky being made of thorax. You see vibrant colors out of the berries that have been put on the ground showing what direction to go. And there, amongst the trees, you are introduced to Camazotz seedlings, the Night and Scream. And there you see seedlings with big, thick, matted brown and black fur. Sometimes they'll have a massive ear in their forehead, or sometimes they'll have massive fangs so big they can't keep them in their jaws. And it's strange. Their motions are manic, twitchy. They gesticulate wildly and sharply to each other. But like every other community, there's love, there's nurture. and they're walking around drinking actual blood milkshakes out of wooden buckets. But other than that, they seem very nice to meet you. Kimazotz places you down amongst the seedlings, who immediately just like, you see the ears in their forehead just kind of sniff, and then they kind of rush up, and they're like, and Kimazotz just, no. They are helping me. And they go, oh, okay. And they just leave you alone. To which Kimazotz then says, my apologies. They are a secret. I keep them up here for safety.
Secret seedling children. Wait, are these your children?
Not in the way we talked about earlier.
Okay. Secret children.
Yes. So, what I need from you, I need you to give me 2 things. 1, I need all of the blood of one of your people.
What?
Yes.
So, just, I mean, like, not to be off topic or anything.
Sure.
Like, you have so many children.
Yes.
So many beautiful children. Is there a Mrs. Kamazotz?
I'm a very busy single father. I'm constantly moving back and forth. I take on, many responsibilities.
I see. So why do you need our blood?
Because upon you I smell greatness of life and death. You are special. I need that.
Okay, so but when you say all of our blood, is that like a metaphor? Like the hard work of that's in our blood.
I need every quart and gallon of the red stuff in your body.
Okay, so like we'll die, right? Like I don't know if they teach that to gods, but
I mean, I am the god of death. I think I know what this means.
Would it not be better if perhaps we could, each one of us, donate the red stuff that will equal to one person amount of blood?
No. You cannot metric your way out of this. You have to understand, it is not the quantity, it's the quality. It is sacrifice.
See, you said we're great and all that, but what you don't know, we all have a lot of baggage. We're not as great as you think we are. Like we've all seen some dark days. Like we're not that great.
my blood's really caffeinated. It's not good.
And I have I have high
Hers
cholesterol.
is drunk,
Mhm.
Yeah.
like highly alcoholic.
Doctor.
Alonis
Yes.
doesn't have enough vitamin D because she was cloistered for many years. Rufa, who knows?
Drugs.
Can I just say Rupa slowly just turns and looks over at Tobias?
Kamazotz, first of all, hearing that whole spiel, he looks at you and he says, as someone who has taken the head from a hero out of a blow dart gun, let me tell you, no hero is perfect. You are strong enough to force yourself to do the things you know you must do, but every bone in your body is already broken. You just only are reminded of yourselves on your last day. So let me tell you this. You are heroes. You are legends. Of course you are broken. It's part of the job.
So, but you didn't. Okay, so here's the thing. This is why this is unfortunate, because you didn't tell us this before we said yes.
You didn't ask before you said yes.
Well, it's kind of, it's one of those things where you don't really expect someone to self-sacrifice, It's not necessarily a common question that you genuinely ask someone when you're making a deal, You ask like, what would you want in return? Not, do you want all of my blood?
Yeah, that's more of like a third date kind of question.
Yes, and honestly, this is terms of agreement. we do not want to sign I agree on this one just yet. There needs to be more negotiation on the fact that one of us will die.
Well, wait a second. So when you say like all of our blood, I get it now. Like all of our blood, but like we can get healed afterwards, right?
Of course.
Oh, okay.
I said I need your blood. I do not need you to die.
Okay. I
Oh.
think this is doable, right? I've died so many almost times. Alona, you got them good heals, right?
I mean, looks at stat sheet. Yes, I do. I have good heals. Yes, I can do this.
Well,
Alona like cracks her fingers. Well, I've never put a human a being's worth of blood back in their body, but I'm sure as hell gonna try.
Can I say
Ain't you
once
look-
again?
Oh, go ahead.
Once again, Rufa turns and looks over at Tobias.
Tobias looks at you and he's like, what? Bloody hell, mate. Why do you keep looking at me? What is it, man? What do you need of me?
And then he turns back to the group. Well, he is the intern.
Well, yeah. I mean, here's the thing. This is kind of like my home, vaguely. Not this forest, but this continent. So I guess if someone's got to almost kind of die here, I should kind of do it. It'll be fine. I mean, it happened to me so many times on that dumb ship. Like, I know what it's like. I'll survive.
Yeah. Go for it.
You're
I
just
was
gonna need to
wondering-
work really hard to get all of it out because I'm strong.
I was wondering if I could roll a medicine check just to suss out, like a recall knowledge, just to suss out just how risky this would be.
Are you trained in medicine?
Yes.
Yes. Go ahead, make a medicine check to see how risky it is to give all your blood.
Stress.
You know what? I'm just gonna keep this.
It's a critical one.
Yeah.
Right.
Blood make human live good. No blood human not go good at all. But human also blood balloon. Balloons get replaced. Maybe blood balloon go pop, get new balloon.
This is very risky, Rufa thinks.
I mean, isn't anything we do really risky? And I feel like
Cool.
honestly, it's less risky for me to get drained of blood with all of you standing around there ready to heal me up than it is for us to go onto a literal murder ship where any one of us may fall into a vial of acid at any point in
Cool.
time.
And we do have 3 healers, so
Yeah, you guys got this. Each just kind
Yeah.
of like
I am
elbows Tobias and
I'm trying to see if rebuke death actually works as like a she's literally dead and I can bring her back, or if it's just a fun name for a spell.
we're just gonna get real close, I think. Right? He said he could heal me back up.
If you
Right?
want to be technical for mechanical reasons, I will say this will put you into dying 1.
And rebuke death can give you 3d6 of HP back, so that's good. That'll help, right?
Ichi looks around. She's like, "Yep, that's it. We're doing it."
Okay.
Okay, bat friend, where do I go? What? I got this. We're just gonna. It's not the worst thing that's happened to me.
Kamazat says, let me tell you part 2 before we decide we're going to take all the blood out
there's
of which
a part
person.
2.
Jason said there's 2 parts. The first, I need all of one person's blood. The second, I need you to take a whisker from Jaguar's face.
Oh.
That seems worse than the first thing.
Maybe wait for me to give the entirety of the negotiation before you decide what you're going to do with the first part.
or you could talk faster. Like we like ideas tend to like form in our heads like wow, like we just get overly excited. So if you just get it all in like one breath.
Right.
Yeah. We're an
I will do my
overexcited party.
best. I can tell. Yes.
Rufus just goes, beep this jungle.
Okay.
We just need
That's gonna be my new catchphrase, I think.
Beat this jungle.
T-shirts.
Okay, so he says you need to give him the whisker off of Jaguar, or a whisker off of Jaguar, and all the blood in one of your bodies. Now, I will say, to make things a little easier, because you're amazing diplomacy checks, you will be borrowing his actual children. There are some that are around, not the seedlings, his children, for this sojourn to get a whisker off of Jaguar's face.
Okay. So wait. To wake up his children, we use his children.
Some of his children are still in the canopies. However, a majority of his family, children, are in a very special cave in Western Asmakon.
Okay.
Yes. Michael, what's up?
Really quick, because now Ufa wants to clarify this. What process, like, do we need to get the blood now? Or after we get the whisker? They have to be at the same time. What is the timeline for this?
Soon. The choice is yours.
Rufa looks over at the group. So, how do we want to do this?
Well, I feel like if I'm gonna get drained of blood, I better do it soon because I don't want to think about it for too long. You know what I mean?
Let's go ahead and let's get the whisker first. So we have everybody at like super full capabilities. Because even if I bring Ichi back at 3d6 HP, she's still not gonna be back to her full health if we have to end up fighting Jaguar.
Is rebuke this out of character rebuke that spell? Is that a cantrip or is that an actual spell?
It's a focus spell. So
Okay.
I have to use one focus point. It can technically target 1 to 3 creatures, which is I think one reason why it's a focus spell, but also 3d6 worth of HP is pretty.
Then we just gotta make sure we have at least one focus point.
Yeah, no, I don't plan on using it anytime soon, so I'm going to save it. So
Question:
Answer.
How big are his children?
Glad you asked. As they show up, as if on cue, they perch on these massive wooden and metal hooks that are all over the town. They are bats the size of horses.
Oh my god, so if we really go up against the Red Rock tribe, we're on the same freaking playing field. I like how your brain works. I like it. Okay, let's do this.
Let's go. What's the worst that could happen?
So
a
much.
lot of things could go bad.
Also, want to give a quick shout out to the raids, MVNG and Tabletop Rolls. Thank you so much for joining in. The players, the heroes, the legends themselves are currently in the middle of negotiating with a bat god to take a whisker off of a jaguar god, give up all their blood, and they're riding bats the size of horses.
They're gonna drain me like a juice box.
Yeah. We're gonna drain you like a Capri Sun.
A Capri Sun.
So yeah. You see these bats the size of horses just flock and hook upside down. And sure enough, just like Kamazat said, when he gave you his last eye that his children would be blind now, you look, they have no eyes on their face. But their ears are just pulsing like heartbeats, just taking in every sound and rhythm and just second of noise. And their brains are just mapping an entire 360 area. Now that Kamazats has given you his final eye, his bat children have fully become 360 sonar location.
That's really cool. Also terrifying. To see gigantic bats with no eyes, the size of horses. But that is very cool. And all right, everybody gets their own bat. Do we have to do saving throws to see if we fall off the bats, PJ?
No. You're fine. Because you have been blessed by Kamazats and his children, these will count as mounts you are proficient with. If you have to make evasive maneuvers or any sort of difficult aerial terrain, you'll have to make an acrobatics check to basically pilot the bat. But for all intents and purposes, you're pretty much a night witch. You're good to go.
Okay, awesome. Ilona finds a bat, the closest one to her, and she goes, "Can I touch you? Can I pet? Can I give it ear scratches?"
Give me a nature check to handle animal.
No! I already used my hero point. No! That wasn't good. Wait, no, I have a good nature. Wait, hold up. I have good nature. I have nature. Well, it's not so great. That's a 15.
Okay.
That's a 15.
The minute you get close, the ear seems to move towards you, and you can see it as your hand gets close. The bat turns suddenly after it kind of hears your presence getting closer, and in a voice it says, "You took Father's eye. I don't know if I want you to touch me."
Ichi says, well, he gave it to her. That's technically different.
Rufus gonna look at his fellow pessimistic friend, Chonobus, and goes, Rufa has bad feeling about this, along with everything else in this jungle.
I always have a bad feeling about most things. So.
Oh no. Ilona's gonna go up to Shionibus and say, "Can I ride with you on your bat? Please, Shionibus, can I ride with you on your bat?"
Yeah, sure. I mean, yeah. See if we can pick a nicer one.
Ilona's just gonna hide behind Shionibus the rest of the time and try not to make any empty eye socket contact with any of the bats.
All right. So, do we agree to move forward to you flying your bats to Jaguar's location?
Yeah, travel sequence.
Okay.
With the music.
Sure thing. Big shout out to the donations for our coffee, PJ Smith. Thank you so much from one PJ to another. Thank you, dude. Really appreciate it. So you get your bats, you start flying. Everyone can give me a religion/nature check as you are flying around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Roll dice.
29.
29. Nice.
One of the 3 skills I'm not trained in.
The 16 for me.
16. Okay. Roof, I know you said you're training it. What was your number?
Let's see, that's wisdom. I can still add wisdom, right?
Yeah, basically.
22.
22. Okay. And when we get Carly back, we'll check on her as well. But the good thing is that as you're flying around, the bats have been pretty manageable. Every time you try to move them, they respond. No matter how angry they seem to be at you, they respond like instinctually. Eventually, let's see. Ilona, you spy one thing. Rufa, you spy another. Let me just odds, evens, odds. Okay, so Sidney, as you're flying around this massive canopy of trees, this massive jungle forest, you see Jaguar asleep, kind of haunched down deep in the trees, just kind of napping. Like he's kind of taking a break to like lick his own fur and like lick his paw and everything. And he goes back to napping. He's right there. However, Rufa, you notice a new massive land structure. Before we continue with that, Kylie, great to see you. I need either a nature or religion check from you.
Oh, we know we're not good at one of those. Oh, that's gonna suck. We're gonna use a hero point.
Okay.
That's better. We're gonna use nature. 22.
22. Okay, it's tie. So I will give this to Kylie. However, I'll say Kylie and Michael, you see about the same time. You notice there's an entirely new mountain range in the path that you have walked to get to this point. It makes no sense how this mountain range could get here. And then you start to realize that's no mountain range. Upon closer inspection, you see the mountain, the giant, craggy, rocky surface is covered in scales. And you can see a very broad set of shoulders haunched up, like it's trying to protect its face from the sky so it can sleep. Do you wish to talk to the mountain?
For
On-
that, sorry.
No, go ahead, Michael.
I was gonna say before that, Rufa just gonna look over at Chonibus. She knows what he wants to say. She knows what he really wants to say.
She's gonna nod her head.
Can I do a religion check before we talk to the gigantic thing?
Yeah, sure, if you'd like to.
I would love to, just to see. That's not the worst.
Also, while you roll that, I'm very excited to be sharing a box with you.
I know, we're
Sydney.
getting so intimate. Oh no.
Aw.
Fix it. Yes, we're getting, this is the closest we've ever been, Sam.
It
We
was
say
so
ah,
nice.
but what we mean is thank you, Joe.
Thank you, Joe. It's awesome to have you back. That's what I forgot to say. Joe, it's awesome to have you back. We love you. We miss you. Nemo, you did an amazing job. And Joe, it's great to have you back as always.
Yes. I got a 22.
22. Okay.
Huh.
So religion check, right?
Mm-hmm.
The scales don't look snake-like. They look hard and they look grayish, stone-like. You start to kind of also smell the mammalian smell of an animal. This is definitely a creature, a big one. And you start to realize the craggy rock face is actually like a weird type of spikiness going on. Give me a nature check.
Okay. That's a 21.
So you recognize it? Allow me to introduce you to it. As you start flying around, you can see the rocks and the rubble just rolling off of its side like some sort of avalanche. As it slowly starts to stand up, you see these two massively clawed arms reach into the sky, stretching muscles, creaking like an earthquake, claws grabbing the sky. And you see this long pointed nose as its back becomes, it goes from a mountainside to a clawed armored or a scaled armored backside. And then as it stretches, it takes its long clawed fingers and looks to you and goes, "Oh, hello. My name is Pangolin. Sorry, I was taking a nap. How can I help you?"
Those are my favorites. They're so
I'm gonna
small.
cry. You ever watch that clip of that one celebrity that like every time a sloth comes out, she starts crying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's how I feel right now. Oh my god.
They're so cute. Okay, Alona would like to talk to the pangolin, please. Please. Oh
Yeah.
no, is the pangolin friends with what if the penguin's friends with the jaguar? We we picked the wrong side.
No, look at those eyes, Alona. I cannot be friends with such an awful creature.
So
Alona.
Pangolin kind of like steps forward and goes, "Hello."
Hi. How are you?
I just woke up from a nap. I feel much better now.
Oh, that's so nice. I'm so glad that you had a good nap. I just wanted to say, you know this person next to you, this creature, the big one, the furry one.
Yeah.
Are you friends?
Yeah. I mean,
I mean, sometimes we sleep in the same area and we go to the same water. I don't know if we're friends. I would say that we are neighbors.
Oh, well, we might wake up your neighbor, and they're probably not going to be too happy about it. But I promise it's going to be totally fine. We are going to be as fast as possible. We're just gonna get in, get out. They'll thank us later, and I just want to say it's so nice to meet you. I've admired you for a long time. Um,
Oh,
because I had a book of animals. They're not as big as you, but they sure are just as cool.
oh, thank you. Oh, shucks. Oh my goodness. I just woke up. This is amazing. Um, but you want to wake up Jaguar?
Give me a perception check, everyone.
Oh crap.
Uh-oh.
I just thought of
Ooh.
something.
No.
But
17.
I just thought of
17.
something, but oh, sorry.
Really fast, while you're rolling, I want to give a big thank you to the hype train, you guys, and Effie Burton with the subs. Thank you guys so much. It is absolutely appreciated.
28.
28 from Sam. Excellent. Sidney, what was yours?
On 17.
17. Sorry. Kylie, what was yours?
13.
13. All right, Michael, what you got?
I got a 24, and but I
Mhm.
also want to add. I just realized, how are we gonna cut the whisker from Jaguar? And then I just thought of how we can.
If you ask
Okay.
Ichi that, she just lists her accent.
She on a miss her scimitar.
Rufa
Uh,
turns his. Oh,
Oh no, it's okay. I also want to give a really quick shout out to Ripsaki. Of course, thank you so much, Ripsaki, for your donation on our coffee. Much appreciated. But we're gonna say Roof really fast. I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. I apologize.
I was gonna say, if need be, also Rufa holds up his whip and it turns into a long sword.
Ooh.
All right. Wow, thank you so much to the chat. Eric Jackson, thank you so much for all the
Oh.
subs and donations.
The people love pangolins. You gave
Yes.
them what they wanted.
The
Good.
pangolin just wants to help.
You start noticing, speaking of pangolin, Sam and Ichi and Rufa, you notice the minute you mention Jaguar, you see pangolin start to kind of like lower his head a bit and he gets a little nervous. But at the same time, the mountain on his back starts to swell and his spine starts to kind of grow a bit as his back and shoulders start to kind of like broaden out. And he goes, oh, and he looks nervous. You can tell he is genuinely nervous about
Oh.
you mentioning Jaguar around him, his neighbor.
Friend, are you okay? Are you afraid?
Oh, no, I'm not afraid. Jaguar can't hurt me. No way, no how. He's tried. He hasn't beaten me yet. But you're smaller. He might eat you. And I just met you, and you're very nice. And Pangolin doesn't want to see you get hurt.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Can I roll a perception to see if he's holding anything back?
Go right ahead. Give me a perception check.
I don't know why, but I am very sus tonight.
Very sus.
I think you're
You
just
just
so.
see Rufa going like this, like
Yeah.
She's just like, it's
23.
a nice pangolin. Just
Yeah, no, you're getting the vibe that Pangolin is absolutely worried for your safety, and you're getting a strong sense that Pangolin thinks Jaguar is gonna just destroy you if you try to touch him, and Pangolin is getting kind of like
Just really, really scared and protective.
that's so kind of you. So we don't really want to bother Jaguar that much, but we do just need his whisker. What do you think? Like, do you have a perspective on how we can do that without becoming Kitty Chow?
Well, you're on Kamazat's children, so I'm sure you can fly in and get a whisker or two and get out. But he's gonna chase you.
Oh.
Oh,
But I
we
feel
done
like
that already.
challenge him to like a board game or something, and while he's distracted, putting a puzzle piece together, you could play like a resource management game, right? Collect wood
Ja-
and
Ja-
sheep.
A sheep.
Jaguar only
Mhm.
plays one game. It's
Is it
called
murder?
it's called Bite People.
Oh, okay, it is murder. Okay. All right. Well, is there anything we can do to make your life better? Because you're delightful.
Jaguar can't hurt me no way, no how.
That's
Um,
beautiful.
mhm. Real quick, Lufa has at least a little insurance. He looks over at Itchy and Alona and motion. Oh, and also Morel and Tobias. This is gonna use all my items. um, you mind coming here? Lufa has idea, just in case. French Onibus already has it, and I was wondering, can I spend 10 minutes to affix talismans on everybody?
Sure, absolutely.
Oh, nice.
Okay. Uh, let's see. Morel, Tobias, Itchy, and Alona. You all have. Everybody now has snap leaf talismans, which is basically Shonibus already has it already. If you fall, it gives you kind of like that feather fall spell, and you turn invisible.
Mm. Bless. Beautiful.
Insurance, just in case.
So if we fall, we turn into smoke, you said?
No. You basically you fall slower. You don't take fall damage, and you turn invisible during that fall.
Invisible.
Yeah.
Okay. No fall damage. That is real nice. Oh, that is real nice
Yeah.
for people who don't have good athletics. That's really good.
Well, we're on giant bats.
Yeah.
Okay. So
All right.
Pangolin kind of like as you guys are putting on your thing goes,
I'm sorry. I don't want to be rude. Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Um, I don't want to interrupt your talisman putting on. Would you like Pangolin's help?
Love
If you
that.
if you want to give us your help, by all means.
Oh, okay. I will go fight Jaguar. You do what you got to do.
What?
Yeah.
Are you sure? Are
Of
you
course I'm
sure?
Of course I'm sure. I'm Pangolin. I'm always sure.
I mean, they did already say that Jaguar hasn't beaten him yet, so
You're a good pangolin.
the best.
Thank you for being here for us. I know you don't know us, but this forest has been really hard, and a lot of things want to eat us, and you don't want to eat us, and I think that's really cool.
You are nice. You are friends, and I can smell my friend Tejon on you. So that tells me you are good.
That is good. That is good. Real quick, would it be possible for us to first get the whisker and then you fight the jaguar god as distraction?
Maybe.
Or
Do you wake up when someone pulls at your mustache?
Hmm.
true.
Hmm.
Hmm.
It's okay.
I was just thinking, getting the whisker and GTFO while the fight starts better than actually wait while the fights get starting and then get the whisker.
you hear two things and you see one thing. You hear the
Oh.
as slowly Jaguar just grows out of the forest. I'm just seeing Kylie swear a bunch on mute. Sorry. So you see Jaguar slowly loom over Pangolin, and you can hear Jaguar's voice in Sylvan say, "I thought I told you Get out of my jungle. And then that's when you see Pangolin turn around and just get friggin' jacked. And he goes, Pangolin doesn't get hurt. No way, no how. And he just charges at Jaguar. And that is we're going to take a 5-minute break. When we get back, the war of Jaguar versus Pangolin, while the legends try to take Jaguar's whisker. We'll be back in 5 minutes. See you then. Hey everyone, thank you for that quick 5-minute break. Hope you guys are ready for Pangolin versus Jaguar while the heroes try to get a whisker off Jaguar's face. You know what? Just for funsies, Joe, could you please play Savage? Because I think we need some fight music for this throwdown, if you don't mind. Jaguar starts to rear back, and you can see he's just kind of sitting on his haunches as his claws are open and tucked to his chest. His ears are docked back, his eyes are dilated wide. He's in kill mode. The first strike, if it does any damage at all, would be a kill strike. Pangolin, just even though his everything is flexed, he's still just like,
Can't hurt Pangolin, no way, no how.
and he's just running into this fight, just big-eyed, ain't nothing stopping him. Now, as the fight moves on, I'm gonna need all of you to make acrobatics checks and grapple checks. Will be at different disadvantages or advantages depending on how the fight is going. So there's no initiative, there's only your group reactions. I'll say this one time only. This is teamwork. All 5 of you have to be grabbing one of his whiskers with a successful grapple check to rip it out of his face. This thing is almost the size of basically a log that you would carry like in basic or boot. So like this is about like 10 man wide.
So we have to do
that.
it at the same time. All right.
Bingo.
Oh, okay.
All right, folks. I believe in us. Let's get this whisker. I picked that one. Alone just randomly picked the whisker. Is that okay with everybody? That one right there? Okay, cool. 1, 2, 3, snatch?
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. Everyone, give me an acrobatics check as you are now piloting your bats into battle.
16.
17.
24.
21.
21. All right. As you start flying in, Alona and Shionibus, you try to move into the strike. You see Jaguar, sure enough, like a bullet from a gun, fires this massive claw strike. Just bats. Bow, bow, bow. 3 times onto Pangolin's shoulder. You see dust, rock, debris spit up in a giant thick cloud. Pangolin just kind of like winces under the pain, tries to shoot one of his jagged claws out, but misses terribly. As this cacophony of violence of nature breaks out, Alona and Shionibus, you unfortunately can't get into the fray to get the whisker. You try to duck in, duck under, but you're not fast enough. Here's things get difficult because Rufa and Ichi, you're able to find an opening under the armpit. You swoop in. Half of you are inside the face range of Jaguar, but you're still in movement. You're flying past his face, but you're close to his face. The other 2 of you are on the outskirts, swooping around him. The DC to beat for this encounter to both fly in and grapple is 21. And now if 21 is mathematically impossible for your athletics check, let me know. We can work something out.
Unless I get a nat 20. It is impossible.
So what I will allow you then is basically you're using your bat's flight to cause the strength to rip it out. So you could do an acrobatics check for that. Is that any better?
No.
No? Okay. Roll high.
Okay.
Here we go. Round 2 as Jaguar gets the loadout on Pangolin. Pow, 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 pow. Pangolin again takes that hand that's out, makes a big sweep. Jaguar ducks under. As he does, Sam and Michael, you see the whisker immediately vanishes as this flies overhead. I need everyone to give me another acrobatics check to control your bat.
26.
Oh, 16. Man.
16, okay. 26,
18.
18, okay.
17.
17, okay.
Did I wait? Okay. Sorry, it was my connection was unstable for a moment.
It's okay. You're good. 17. So Sam, you're able to still keep, you kind of like get on level with the whisker. Shunbis, after the giant hook by Pangolin goes wide, you're able to duck under their arm, get inside. However, Michael, Rufa is caught off guard with momentum. He tries to dip down enough, can't quite. He bashes into Jaguar's nose, loses control of the bat. You're still in the air, but you are tumbling. You're going to have to make an acrobatics check on your next turn or next attempt to correct the bat and go from there. Same with Alona. Alona unfortunately gets hit by the backdraft of Pangolin's massive swing. She is now tumbling. That being said, Jaguar, as he ducks, reaches out with a claw and just rakes 3 massive claws up the stomach of Pangolin. You see more dust and debris just shoot off of his midsection. Kylie.
I just want to make sure this is all right in my mind. Is Alona still riding on the same bat that I am?
Good question.
Crap.
I interpreted at this point, because divide and conquer mechanically speaking, no. Would you prefer to be on the same bat as each other?
Doesn't matter for me. I just wanted clarification because I wasn't sure.
Absolutely.
That's a
That was
good
my
point.
assumption, but I want to make sure that you guys are okay.
Just for the sake of this, let's just have us all on separate beds.
Okay. Cool. Pangolin takes a nasty cut up the belly. So, next round of combat, the two animals go at each other. We have Sam and Kylie on the inside of the struggle. We have Rufa and Alona spiraling out. Now, if you are having a hard time controlling your bat with acrobatics, I will allow a nature check to replace an acrobatics check.
I sure do appreciate you.
So sometimes you have to be creative to make things a little fair. So, oof, boy. So Pangolin again haunches down, and as he does, you see his giant claws just covering his head. As Jaguar gets up and just starts batting his head with a vicious barrage. You see the spines on his back creak and crack, and rocks start breaking off as Jaguar is just savagely beating him. I need you all to make acrobatics checks or nature checks to control your bat.
Ooh. 25.
Nice.
30, 20.
Okay.
21.
28.
Nice. Okay. You are able to correct your bat, Michael and Sidney. And as you do, you use that momentum swoop, and you swoop in as Jaguar is up high, has no lower defenses, and is just going full ham on Pangolin. You guys are in, Kylie, you're in. Sam, you're still riding high, and when those overhead bop strikes come down, you can't hang. You got to pull off from combat. So far, the 3 of you are inside. Sam, you're on the outside. Now, the 3 of you, if you want to, on this round, you can make a grapple check with athletics or nature, or you can attempt to try and stay close to Jaguar until you're all there. The choice is yours, but the fight rages on.
I got a question. Would I be able to use my
Sure.
ability to clue in my teammates to give them the bonus that I have with the jungle?
Yeah, it's a
Basically
plus 1.
give everybody
I'll allow
plus
it.
1.
Yeah, I'll allow it. Sure.
Everybody who's doing the grapple check, plus 1.
My thought was to wait till each of this. So
Cool.
my thought was to roll to stay in Jaguar until she can get here.
Okay. So, as Jaguar continues to pelt Penguin's back, he has to set his paws down. The minute he sets his paws down, Penguin gets up and just puts all of his weight on the back of Jaguar's head and just grapples him. You see his claws start to dig in to the shoulders and haunches of Jaguar, and he shouts,
You can't hurt Pangolin. No way, no how.
and just keeps him in this, like, almost like a Muay Thai headlock between a pangolin and a jaguar. As he's
wanted
being
to
held
see this.
still.
Honestly, your visuals are so good, and you know fighting so well, PJ. I wish this show was animated sometimes, so I could watch it, because that's just so freaking cool.
One day.
One day.
Not gonna lie, I have a mighty need for animators when season 2 rolls around, but that day will be later.
All right.
I have plans.
You have plans.
That's what I can say.
I'm going to roll a thing because we're all going to stay close together. Yes, maybe yes. Confirmed. Confirmed. Okay. Confirmed.
I still give them +1 though on this too, or no?
+1 will still be there until the fight's over.
21.
Nice.
I'm rolling at acrobatics.
Or nature,
Well,
whatever's
on the
better for you.
outside? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Dirty 20.
Okay. Sydney, what's yours?
22.
Sam, what you got?
27.
Nice. As Pangolin has him trapped and his claws are digging into the powerful, broad shoulders of Jaguar, finally you have a moment. Pangolin has given you this moment. All of you lock up. You intersect back on the inside. And Pangolin starts to kind of whisper, but he's the size of an actual mountain, so his whisper isn't that soft. And he says,
You have to grab it and take it to the back of his head.
Okay. I trust the pangolin.
I need everyone to give me a athletics check, or in this case, allow a nature/acrobatics check to grapple the whisker.
21 again.
Gonna use my hero point.
That's the number, 21.
Better. Okay.
Dirty 20.
A dirty 20?
Yeah, dirty.
Gotcha. Okay.
Filthy.
Filthy 20.
Dirtiest, the filthiest of 20s.
And a 25 for me.
25 for you. Sydney, what you got for me?
I got like a 14.
So you find this whisker. It sticks out of Jaguar's face like a branch on a redwood. It is massive. It's dense. As you put your arms around it, you feel like you are hugging a tree. And your bats just start pushing against it. You can hear the of the hair follicle stressing and the muscles in his lip stressing against your combined strength. You start having until finally it stops. Unfortunately, not all of you were successful as you're fighting against this whisker to pluck it out of his face. As you're doing that, you see a giant golden wall just followed by a tiny little slit that opens wide as one of Jaguar's eyes has spotted you. And you can feel his heartbeat as his god animal is full on adrenaline. But one eye's looking at you, one eye's at Pangolin. And as he looks at you, you see the whiskers start to rise as his lips begin to bring up and bring forth fangs. And he lunges at Pangolin's neck. You hear a horrible cry as the teeth of Jaguar embed in the meaty dirt shoulder of Pangolin. Dust flies like a dust storm out of his shoulder. I'm gonna need 2 checks now. I'm gonna need an athletics check or an acrobatics check to stay on. The DC is low, but I'm also still going to need your check to grapple and continue to try and pull this whisker out of his head.
I was wondering, PJ, so how close are we to that eye?
I mean, you're right there, but for you to actually reach your hand out and touch it, you'd actually have to get off the bat. It's too far to actually touch.
No, but it's still close enough for me to throw something at it, right?
Yeah, about 10, 15 feet, but you have to let go of the whisker to do that.
Guys, I have a option to be a big damn hero. Should I be a big damn hero to help Pangolin?
I like that idea. Do it. I mean, Alona got like a 3, so like she can't do anything right now. So go help our friend, please.
Okay. I'm taking one of my alchemist fire vials out from my pouch and throwing it into the eye of Jaguar.
Okay. Give me a roll to hit. Beat an AC 15. I'm sorry, an AC 10. It's the size of a mountain.
Yeah. Oh, that's definitely. Give me a 16. $25.
Critical hit. Double the damage.
Oh, all right. Let's see. Where is? Let me find my D8s. Don't really use these dice. So we 11 fire damage plus these last two I'm not doubling. You tell me if I have to double or not. 2 persistent and also 2 fire splash.
The 2 area splash damage, yes, I'll allow that. However, the persistent will be just the 2.
Got it.
Okay. So what was that total?
That'd be 11, 13.
13. So, as you're all struggling against this whisker, as there's a giant dust cloud, it's 14, right?
26, sorry, I'm not doubled.
26? Bruh, what?
You said doubled.
I mean,
I
yeah.
didn't double it.
That's amazing. Okay, so 26 damage. Okay, so as the teeth are embedded in Pangolin, and you're struggling against the whisker, Rufa just lets go and hucks this firebomb. You see the eye looking at you suddenly close, like when you're out and about and some dust gets in your eye, but the dust is raw chemical fire. And as the dust gets in Jaguar's eye, you see this flame shoot between its eyelids, and it's on Pangolin's neck still, and he's just kind of having this moment. For the next 1 round, Jaguar cannot attack, and the DC is knocked down by 4 points.
Hells yeah.
So,
woo!
I'm gonna need.
Sorry.
It's okay. Okay, so Penguin's here. I need you guys to give me, first of all, show of hands. Who didn't succeed the grapple check? Who didn't get a 20, 21 on that? So it's okay. So Sidney, anyone else? All good. Okay. Sidney, I need for you to give me 2 checks. Give me a nature check to recover the bat, and give me another nature check to start grabbing this whisker and trying to pull with the bat's momentum.
Oh, I definitely make that. First one is a 25. And that second one is a 24.
20. Nice. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So you grapple, no problem. Everyone else, give me an athletics check or a nature check to pull this whisker out.
$27.
13.
Hero
The first
point?
one was a 2. No. The first one was a 2. I used a hero point. Turned up to a 3 next. So
Oh,
that's great.
Luke Skywalker trench run time. 23.
23. So you all start grabbing hold of this. Unfortunately, again, you hear the and you can't quite pull the whisker out. The good news is, as Pangolin has Jaguar hanging off his neck, you see this giant claw come up high and just gash through the jaw and neck, opposite of you, of Jaguar. Not only do you see like fur fly, but you see a poison start to drip from Jaguar's throat. And Jaguar's eyes go wide again. He knows the poison of Pangolin. He's not happy about it. That was his one round that he was unable to do anything. Now, the DC is back to normal. 21. The fight continues. As it does, the poison setting in, the blood pumping of this massive creature moves quickly as Pangolin starts to get two hands and does another massive two-handed scratch down the neck of Jaguar. Jaguar lets go of his bite and screams in pain. His ears dock back as he hunches backwards. I need everyone to give me another nature check or athletics check to try and yank this thing out.
This is it. I believe in us. This is gonna be the one. It's gonna be the one. What is that?
23.
23.
29.
29. What you got for me, Sidney?
21.
21. Kylie, what you got for me?
Barely there.
17.
17.
Rats.
Last I checked, we had a pretty high hype train today. Kylie, I'd like for you to roll that for me one more time.
Hype, hype, hype,
I
hype.
hate it here. I hate it here. I really do. That's a 15.
15. Okay, cool. You look and see as Jaguar, like screaming in pain, tackles Pangolin to the ground and starts bunny kicking Pangolin's stomach.
No.
The dust eventually starts to become a fine red mist as you're seeing scratches start to envelop Pangolin's stomach. Pangolin is trying so hard to protect himself, but this is where Jaguar excels. Until finally, you hear a voice. A familiar voice. Echo from the trees. Pangolin doesn't get hurt. No way. No how. And Tahone flies out of the canopy and just sinks his teeth into the back of Jaguar's neck and wrenches him to the ground in some amazing spinning DDT neck bite. As this happens, that 15 and that 17 combined for 32, Kylie. Suddenly, as he gets gator rolled by Tahone, you hear the snap. And like pulling a tree out of the earth, this thing comes hard out of his face. You now have this massive whisker, almost 10-man wide. And you see Pangolin and Tahone just re-squaring up against Jaguar, who is now between a rock and a hard place. If you want to imagine it, think Iron Man and versus Captain America and Bucky. So, I'm gonna need from y'all some reflex saves as you GT the FO.
Oh dear.
That.
Oh god.
Don't forget your +1s, guys.
Right, yeah.
22.
Nice.
27.
Oh.
Critical 27.
Ooh, that dice is beautiful.
It's very, very pretty. Pengu-chan in the chat, who is Tahone? Tahone, Rupsaki did a great job explaining. Tahone is the badger god, the god of badgers. He has been a good friend and companion as he has met Mush, his avatar and squire.
It's real cute. It's real cute. The first time they met, there was lots of squealing. It was really nice. It was like last episode.
So I got critical. I got a high number from Michael. Sam, sorry about that. What was your number?
25.
25. Kylie, what you got for me?
22.
22? Hell yeah. As you abscond with the whisker, you suddenly hear scurry, 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 and you see behind you Jaguar closing in fast. You see his mouth opening wide. You can smell thousands of years of death in his breath, in his teeth. And as he's about to chomp down on you, as you're about to move your bats out of the way, Tahon and Pangolin just dive bomb him from the air and just slam him to the ground. His teeth misses you just barely as you are able to reflex out of the way with your bats.
Brilliant.
And Joe, if you could please stop the music as you go back to the canopy where the seedlings of the Night and Scream live. You can see off in the distance Pangolin and Tahon standing in front of Jaguar, just squaring up. Jaguar eventually, as he fades from sight, looks like he realizes he's outnumbered, haunches down, and does that thing the cats do. They sulk away with their like hunter eye on you. And Pangolin just goes,
No one hurts Pangolin. No way. No how.
Oh, how? I say from far away on the bat.
Can gods heal other gods? Can Alona send a bless up to Afra to heal Peg? Oh, so cute.
If you want to, Dahon will lick his wounds like a cat just kind of licking the wounds of another cat. There you go.
That works.
And then they'll definitely like, they're basically two bros who just survived a street fight. They're off to get a couple of beers now to kind of walk it off. So Tahon and Pangolin are now hanging out and chilling. Jaguar is sulking alone as he is often wont to do. You return back after some time with this massive whisker. Kamazatz actually has to take it from you because it's so big, anyone in this village would just get crushed by it. He puts it down and he says, all right, the time has come. Who will now give to me everything?
Oh yeah, that time. Yeah, okay. So where are we doing this? Right here? Ichi looks around. Does it look comfortable?
I mean, it's a very, very charming wooden village up in the trees. It's kind of like point of reference. So Jungle Land in Disneyland, like where the Indiana Jones ride is, everything up in the trees. It's like that.
Is there like
little
a
bit like
couch?
Rock Village.
Sadly, no couch, but at least you're not going to be put on the jerky stretcher.
Okay. Ichi looks around. She goes up to Alona. Hey, how you doing, Alona?
Good. A little nervous. Probably not as nervous as you are.
So, yeah, I mean about that, like, I've gotten the blood taken out of me from things trying to kill me. So it shouldn't be so bad having it happen with things that are not trying to actively kill me. But I know like you really don't like it when people get hurt. You sure you want to like watch them?
Well, if you think about it this way, I'm gonna have to get over that because that's a part of the real world. And my goddess is the goddess of battle medics. It was only a matter of time before I had to see something really brutal. And, well, if you want, I'll be there to hold your hand. And I'll be the first face you see when you get back.
Oh, thank you. And I didn't mean what I said about vitamin D. I'm sure you have gotten plenty of sun since you've been out of the cleric tower or wherever they put clerics.
I'm gonna go ahead and I'll tell you this much. I've gotten more vitamin D since specifically leaving Ore, because Ore doesn't have any sunlight at all.
I don't think I knew that.
Yeah.
Well,
It's a long story.
no shame in that because I'm gonna be anemic real bad pretty quickly.
Absolutely. So let's Lona
do this.
motions to take Ichi's hand. Can I hold your hand? Let's do this.
And we'll go up to our bat friend. All right, I'm ready. Suck it out of me with a straw?
Mm.
Or do you have like a
Dog-
device?
Daughter of the 6th age, of my home, I want you to know that I am proud of you for your bravery. This part is no fun for anyone. And he reaches into his massive bat wings as if it's a cape. He pulls out what looks like a beating heart and a knife. And he dives the knife straight into your chest. As he does, the impact, the size of the knife is almost like a siege spear from the super orcs being thrown into, pins you to the ground immediately. He slams the knife into you and holds the heart up above you. Every ounce of blood pours out of your body, rises drop by droplet into the air, and gets collected into this beating heart as if it was magnetized, meant to be.
Did he freeze?
Yeah, he did.
Oh no!
No,
The worst
it was so dramatic.
What
he's
happened?
Back, he's back. You
Oh.
freeze. Right
Where'd you
when
lose
you're
me at?
like, all the blood magnetized into the heart.
Oh, okay. Let me take it back. Okay.
And then we're like, and
So let me take it back. As a blade the size of a siege spear thrown by Leontari pins you to the ground, and the blood rises from every pore of your skin and goes to the heart like a sponge collecting water in a pan. You see Kamazot with no eyes in his skull looking at you, and even though there's just nothing but empty, starry night blackness in his skull, you can tell he's not looking at you. He's looking into your family legacy. He's looking into your family line, your very soul, and he's looking at you. And everything gets a little dark. And it gets a little darker. And you start hearing his voice in your head like a psychopomp, like a friend, like he's almost taking you to the great beyond. And he says, "Thank you, daughter of the land. This is not fun for anyone. It is scary, but necessary." And then you suddenly hear some voices, new voices. One very, very, very familiar. "I know you are not touching my little girl." Another voice comes out of nowhere. "Do I have to get off this lily pad and kick your stupid bat ass back to the skies?" And you start hearing the voice of every member of Familia coming from thousands of years of La Grande Piscifadora beyond, just saying, "Bat," you can see your grandmother, Abuela, just taking off her shoe, and she's like, "Bat, I just want the word. Bat, I just want to talk to you." And she starts, like, you can feel her spirit chasing down the bat, as you can feel your uncle, like he's already prepped on the top rope, and he's getting ready for the frog splash. And as you can feel the generations of Tu Familia fighting death with you, it still comes like a friend. Like a soft blanket, like a cold, cold weekend and a nice warm cup of tea. It's gentle, it's peaceful. Everyone around you, you see Ichi dying one. She is now in dying phase. Blood has completely drained from her body. Her lips are pallid. Her eyes are vacant. She is in dying one. If you do not heal her or successfully attempt any medicine checks, she will be dead in 4 rounds. Finally, you do see Kamazot's pull the knife out of her chest, put the knife away. This heart has now swelled to easily the size of a Buick, and he just takes it under his wing. He takes this massive log of a whisker, puts it under his wing, and he stands there over the body, and you can see his eyes with like a greenish flame breaking through him, and he says, "If you want to save your friend, I recommend doing your best now."
And I'm gonna use Rebuke Death to heal her 3d6 HP.
Go right ahead.
Yeah. All right, 6. 6. 1. Okay. So you know what that makes. 13.
Okay. Really fast, Ichi. You're healed for 13 HP. You see yourself now in a gigantic ring of Asmacon, South Asmacon, but also at the same time you're here in the trees of the Godlands. As you look up, you see the bat is literally looking, Kamazat's is literally looking at everyone else, but there's a specter of Kamazat's looking at your soul. You see your grandmother with a steel chair cracks the god of bats on the head, and you see your Tio coming out of nowhere, the body splash, it just takes him down. Your grandma hands you her hand, and when you take it, it looks just like Ilona, suddenly.
Oh. Whoo. Oh, my head. Grandma. Alona. Did you see that? No, no one saw that. Okay. Wild. That was wild. I need a bun. Thank you.
Of course. How are you feeling? I know you said you need a bun. Zolona's gonna ruffle around in her bag to see if she has anything, which I don't think she does. Rufa has food. Alona waves Rufa over. Rufa, food, lightheaded, water. Do you have things? Things for Ichi?
Rufa comes over, like he has his gloves on, standing like kind of a nurse. Yes, Tata Alona. And he like digs in his pack and pulls out some rations.
That's incredible.
And water. Water will be important, probably.
Yeah.
Alona begins handing these things to Ichi and helps her drink if she needs to, eat if she needs to. And Alona bends down and asks, so I know you weren't gone for very long, but what did you see?
Saw my grandma, and she was beating that bat's ass. My uncle was there too. He was helping. She was really taking charge though.
That sounds wow. Okay, that's great. That is good. Are they
Don't worry, because I'm pretty sure my afterlife's a little different than your afterlife. So that's not what you have to look forward to. Don't worry. I know you've got your God. I don't think she's gonna make you like watch my grandma beat up gods for eternity. So like I'm pretty sure that's like an individual thing. So
that
you
would
know,
be a good show.
It would be. Are we talking about MMA ghost fighting? Because
yeah,
that's pretty sick. Thank you for sharing that. That's, even though it's not going to be my afterlife, it's still a really cool thing to learn about and be a part of secondhand. I hope Kamazatz is getting it, because this was a whirlwind and we probably almost died again. So, living on the edge.
living on the edge. That sounds like
Wednesday.
something like our party name should be, right? Like
Legends on the Edge.
the Edge Lords.
One
Nice.
might say the edge of legends.
That's how we feel, like always on the edge.
We're always
Living on the edge. Yes.
Rufa's just gonna stand there, just kind of face palms.
You hear Tobias go, "I don't know why, but I like it." And you have Morel who just goes, "I used to like it until you liked it. Now I hate it out of spite. You're petty. You're stupid." And that's all they contribute because they're NPCs.
Good at that. They're good
You
at
know?
arguing.
If our whole thing is that we're Edge of Legend because we're like this close to becoming famous and we never get there, like someone always takes credit for our work. We're like we're so close, or like we're like Cassandra where no one believes us. Like we do all these cool things.
Oh my
No,
god.
I
it's
swear.
not real. There was a war.
I love it. It's like, no, for real. She died and saw her grandparents. They were killing a bat, and her uncle was there too.
Guys. So basically, our last 40+ episodes is just one long intro for the intro theme.
Oh god, no.
It's-
Um,
Burton said, "Edge of level 5."
Edge of level 5.
Never quite gets there.
We're quite
Mm.
there. See ya in the year, level 5.
Hey, like another 10, 20 episodes. Okay. So Kemazatz takes the whisker and the bats. Or I'm sorry, the blood. And then as he takes it away, he makes one long clawed hand extend out to Alona, and he says, "Now I would like my eye. You're welcome to have my children."
Yes, of course. Alona sheepishly takes out. Morale, can you grab the pack, please?
Yeah, right. Here you go. Here you go.
Rufus gonna hold up
Alona
one finger
sheepishly
really
grabs out the eye.
quick.
Uh-huh.
Rufus gonna whisper to Alona. So before we give the eye back, how are we going to, if we need his help, communicate this?
Great question. Hey, Kamazats, if we need your help, how are you gonna know?
I have very good hearing. Ask me a question, say my name, I will come.
Good enough. Hands back the
Ichi
eye.
whispers into her hands, and she whispers, "Can you hear this?"
He waits for his eye. Give that a second. Do you hand him his eye?
I hand him his eye. Ichi
He-
whispers to his eye, I guess.
He takes the eye. He kind of like trying to put in a contact lens. It takes a minute, but once it's in there, kind of adjusts. And once you whisper that into, you hear this, the eyeball just kind of looks at you and he goes, "Daughter of my country, what do you think?"
Take that as a yes.
You're correct, yes.
Hmm. But she didn't say anything. Punked! I'm just kidding.
I was about to say.
And he goes,
That's not that's not, no.
You didn't hear that? No, okay. So with that, Kemazatz takes the whisker and the blood, and the bats suddenly, as he gets eyeball back in his head, the bats suddenly is gonna grow 2 eyeballs, the ones you're riding, grow their eyes back into their head, as now the eyes been returned to Kemazatz. And he says, "I must go see Chaka. Or I'm sorry, Chuck. And from Chuck, I will go to my children. Until then, there's orcish interlopers to the east. Take my bats. You will go until the sun rises. And then you will battle. And my bats will be with you always."
Thank you. This is probably the coolest jungle we've ever been in. Even if it tries to kill us at every chance it gets.
Even the people that like us try to kill us.
That's true. Thank you for your generosity. We're very glad that we could wake up your children. And Alona, in a very exhausted manner, just gets on that.
When you get to your bat, you hear a voice that goes, "Hello, welcome to Bat. How can I help you? Please come on my back. I'd like to fly you someplace." "Hello."
Can you go on autopilot so I can take a nap?
The bat goes, "Of course." And then just kind of gets this wide-eyed look, like autopilot's engaged. Click, we're not home right now. We're just going to be flying on autopilot.
Great. I named my bat Tesla.
Right on your equipment sheet, you have a horse-sized bat named Tesla. I won't remember that. You need to remember that because I will forget those details.
Autopilot is actually more disturbing than regular writing, honestly.
Effie Burton put in the chat, graceful, noble steeds.
Oh, and also Rufa held his tongue, but he was thinking it. Beep this jungle.
So, if you wish to name your bats, you're more than welcome to. Put them on your character sheets. They technically count as your mounts. They can be summoned whenever you need to. Of course, they'll take some time. They're not magical. They have to arrive in a few hours or days, depending on your location. But they're yours. I saw Kylie go, no.
No, that's attachment. You can never get too attached to something. It's going to end up failing you.
Hey,
Oh,
hey
no.
BJ. So if we need to go up a mountain and get rid of a ring, we could actually summon these.
You could definitely cut through a lot of nonsense.
Yeah.
All right. Everyone give me, and this is not about staying on, this is just about speed at this point. Give me a nature check or an acrobatics check to see how fast you're flying.
What was the second thing you said?
Nature or acrobatics?
Oh, thank you.
I was gonna say, if it's just acrobatics, you're gonna have Alona at the far back, on autopilot.
Just like a grandma driving to church. She's
Cruising.
like, oh, this is so good.
Yeah, but you got a 22, so that autopilot's set to 80.
22. Kylie, what you got for me?
18.
Dope. Sam, what you got for me?
17.
17. Okay. Rufo, what you got for me?
21.
21. Okay. So, leading the Mighty Ducks flying V, if you will, is Rufa and Alona. We have Kylie, Shionibus and Ichipon in the back, and you have Woodward and Morel and Tobias in the rear flanks, make a nice little flying triangle. You're flying until you start to see this beautiful golden glow. Just it's almost instantaneous. Out of nowhere, just poof, you see the bright orange golden sun over this massive emerald canopy and this impossible mountainside in the Godlands. And then suddenly, as time passes, you can see it slowly just edging over the horizon as this ball of fire, this golden and red ball of fire, just churns until it becomes a bright white golden ball of fire. And the morning is starting to rise. You can see the crystal blue waters of the oceans just stretched as far as the eye can see, where the green is not. And as it is coming in, you see, just breaking the horizon, dark shadows, like seagulls on the beach, wings just. And as they come closer, you see another shadow on each seagull. Until suddenly, bathing in the glory of a golden morning sun, you see the Thoktukain, the Bloodwing Riders of the Red Rock tribe, in battle formation. And they reach down from their pilot seat with a hike and a hoot. They raise axes bigger than lances. They shoulder them. They reach down. They get this leather strap. They kind of rev it like the handlebar of a Harley Davidson. And as they shout in Orcish, rise, and faster, the birds scream their war call. Behind them, on this massive ledge of stone and mountain, you see a bird bigger than anything, bigger than all of them. And standing on the bird, like a surfer on his surfboard, you see Takaro Eyes with his axe waiting for you. Between you and the leader of the Thoktukain and the Red Rock tribe is the entirety, the rest of the Thoktukain. Roll initiative. We have a dogfight on our hands.
Really quick, Rufus gonna say, "Beep this army."
Mm.
Mm.
19.
28.
Okay,
13.
So Sid has a 28. Michael has a 13. Sam, you said you had a 20. What was that?
19.
19. Thank you. And Kali, what was yours?
12.
12. Okay. Okay. So what they're going to be doing is they're going to be going in between your rounds as a separate entity. As battle starts, they're going to break off, and you'll officially be in a dogfight. Massive bats versus massive birds. The pilots will decide who wins and who loses. Joe, play for me, Sky Warriors, as we embrace combat in the sky.
Ooh.
The orcs begin to shout, faster, faster, rise, as the wind begins to kick up. The clouds begin to part. It is a clear, crystal blue sky morning in Asmakon. The Red Rock orcs are out in force. And as they fly in, they take out their axe and they charge at you. First up, Sidney. This is a 360-degree combat. You can fight up, down, left, right, and under. Try to mobilize as best you can as one of these orcs is just flying down at you. What do you do?
I'm gonna conjure spiritual weapon.
Okay.
So that's gonna be a fist. It's the melee spell attack, and it's going to be 1d8 plus my ability mod. Actually, I think I'm gonna cast it as heightened. So I think that's probably gonna be 2d10 plus my ability mod. So
Nice.
I'm going to. I gotta roll to strike, right?
Mm-hmm. Roll to hit.
Okay. Does a 21 hit?
A 21 does hit.
Okay, 2d8. Oh, okay. That's 14 damage.
And that spell can be left out with a concentration, correct?
Yes.
So,
yeah.
Nice. So on your next turn, you'll have to use one action to keep that spell out and about.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds good. All right. Yeah, you clock this guy hard. The golden fist of Afra just crashes into his jaw. You guys note Mauro from Dunstan, the one who is the cabbie for Zaka with the red Trihawk, just leading the forward and just crack. And as he cracks, you see his body start tipping, and he starts going. And he looks like he's about to take the bird over. You have one more action, Sidney. What are you gonna do?
Mm-hmm. I'm going to shout command at him.
Ooh, what's your command?
Command is go home.
Okay. That's a willpower save, correct? What is the DC to beat?
The DC to beat is 19 now.
19 now. Heck yeah, level 4.
I know, right?
So you tell him to go home. As he whips the bird with the momentum, you see it looks like he's planning to go underbelly and swing up at you, but instead he starts to go underbelly or underwards, and then just pulls a Z-turn and starts moving the bird away from combat. As he rolled a 4 on the die face, and Mauro retreats for at least a few rounds. We'll see how many rounds until he decides to come back. How long does the spell last?
Command lasts until it's basically a whole turn.
Okay.
Yeah.
So for a whole turn until next combat, he's gonna be fleeing from combat. That's still one guy who's not in the fight. Next up, Sam. Because he no longer has any actions. Sam, your go. You are seeing another bird starts to come around the side to you. do you do?
Does it look like I could get close enough to make a attack?
Oh yeah, your bats are fast. You can absolutely use their fly speed to get close.
Okay, so I will do that. I will direct the bat to fly in, and I will make an attack with the retribution axe.
All right, easily fly in. Roll to hit.
That is a 15.
15. That will miss, unfortunately.
Got
You have
it.
a movement attack. You still have one action left.
Hmm. I will rage.
Okay. As you swing, you get angry. You activate your rage. You see a female orc rider with another massive axe, like everyone else in the Thoctokine has. She sees you coming at her side. She goes, "Ah!" And you see the birds do a barrel roll and starts moving all the way around you. As it goes up and above you, she swings the axe hard with all the momentum. What's your AC is a 19 at this level, correct?
Me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, she gonna crit you.
Oh no.
Okay.
Oh, very important. Is this the same day?
Yeah, same day.
Oh,
okay, so you
no.
technically got a long rest,
Oh,
but
okay.
everything you've done has been a long day. I'll give you the long rest, absolutely.
Got it. Okay.
Hey,
DJ.
yes.
Did they also fire their laser when they did the barrel roll?
No, and they did not. Thank you for asking.
Of course.
I want to make a witty joke, but I feel like that would just derail things. Let's see here. So that is... You take 36 damage as this giant swinging axe comes down like a pendulum and whack, just golf swings through your back. And with that, she finishes her barrel roll, and with another action, decides to swing under your belly. She is under your belly. She's trying to hide underneath you. However, because she hit you in the audacity of this one, you know she's underneath you. Her stealth is a critical fail, but she still has cover as she is directly underneath you, and she's keeping pace with your bat. That being said, next up on this list, we have Mike. All right, Michael. Another Thoctokine is flying towards you. What do you do?
Okay, real quick, I'm going to use my device stratagem, which first will allow me to do a free recall knowledge roll for no weakness.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, I guess 4. That's 18.
18. These rocks function just like griffins. They are fast, they are agile, they are angry and powerful, but they have blind spots. And their riders are very agile and very deft flyers, but they also have weak spots. You can focus either one. Plus
All
one
right.
yourself.
All right. First action, I'm going to use my whip. Basically, use what do you call it? My whip to whip around the rider's head as a grapple.
Okay.
And since it's a device stratagem, I can actually use my intelligence modifier instead of my strength or dex.
Go ahead. Yeah, make the roll.
22.
Made to beat. You whip that whip around their neck. You see the other female rider you have just she's caught and she's struggling. I believe you have another action, two actions.
Two more, because the first one was a free.
Mhm.
I'm gonna use my middle action to urge my bat to fly up and basically pull the rider off of their mount.
Give me an acrobatics check as they're basically doing like a quick ascend.
23.
Okay. Make contact with the whip. You tell your bat to go up. It pulls up. It climbs with great speed and intensity. And after a brief second, you hear this, and you can see that you are now dragging one of the Thoktukain behind you.
Okay.
You have one more
and my
action.
Last action is I'm going to use an interact to use my shifting whip ability to shift my whip from a whip to, you know what? Let's just say a rapier. So basically, dropping the rider straight down.
Understood.
3D fighting.
Oh
You
my god.
You turn it into a rapier shorter than the whip, and sure enough, you see the whip just come off their neck like water coming off a windshield. When you start hitting 60 on the highway, it just comes right off the neck. And you see her just kind of go and just start panicking as she is falling. On her turn, she's going to use one action to summon her mount. The mount will get there a little late, so the mount is going to use its action to grapple. She is grappled, she is safe. However, 2 of her 3 actions has been in trying to save her ass. She has 1 action left. She tries to tell the bird to ascend, and the bird is chasing after you with the Thoktukain in its claws, and she's got this massive axe, and she's just waiting to climb after you to get a strike at you. If that bird had not grappled her, she would be gone for good.
Darn.
No, it's okay. That was a brilliant move, my man. You get a hero point for that ingenuity. Next up, Kylie.
It's your
What you got, girl?
Oh god. I guess we're going to lock and load. I'm an elf. I'm basically indestructible.
I mean, is anyone indestructible?
what?
That's a nat 20.
Yeah.
Okay, did you mark them as prey?
No, of course not. I don't think that far ahead, PJ. We know this.
That's fair. That's totally fair.
And I don't get any bonuses for marking them as prey.
Okay.
So
Okay.
doesn't
That's fair.
which makes it a 31 to hit, by the way.
Sure. Are you aiming at the bird or the rider as the fourth one? Just basically.
The rider.
Okay. I need you to double the damage of the weapon, of course, and double the damage of the bonus that you get from your Ring of Horus.
Oh, that's right. Oh, I have so much more math than I anticipated.
That was a good thing, though.
I'm so unprepared. Okay. I need a D10. And then... Really? A 1? Really? How much was the Eye of Horus?
It is your Wisdom modifier as bonus damage.
That's right. $26 damage. Oh, I forgot to add a D4. Hold on.
Oh.
Okay.
4.
4? That's 30 damage.
Holy hell.
Okay, hold on. So you just pull and fire, and you see the orc just hefting this massive siege axe, similar to the one that you and Woodward put on the back of a cart in Azmokan, northern Azmokan City. And he's ready to just joust and just take your head clean off. Suddenly, he flies back to the other end of his griffin, grabs the feathers, and starts climbing back. He is below bloodied in one shot. You have
I'm gonna hit him again.
2 or 3 actions? Go right ahead.
Yeah. 2 actions left. I don't think that's gonna hit. Yeah, but one of my rings is for me to roll again, right? Or am I going
yes,
crazy?
you can spend 1 action to basically roll twice and take the higher of the 2.
I'm gonna use that.
Okay.
I hate it here. I really do. That's a 16. The first one was a 5, and the second one was a 3.
Rats.
Okay. 16. Right. You know what, though? Flat-footed, that counts.
Oh, that sucks for him.
Oh, damn.
Max damage on my D8. 12 more damage.
Hey, tell me the tale of how you killed the first Thoktugain to fall in over 200 years.
She's so over this forest. She's like, 1, bam, 2, bam, get off my bird. Like,
Did
she's
you-
just done.
I will allow you as a free action to claim that bird as your own. Are you doing that? Because you said get off
Yes.
my bird.
Absolutely.
Give me a nature check with a +2. I'm sorry, give me a nature check with a -2. These are Thoktugains. Give me a -2 on that nature check.
23.
Hold on. I'm doing some quick math based off a template. You said 23.
Yeah.
That's a dirty crit.
Yes. She's gonna literally
So
leap
as
off
you-
that and go. And jump on this bird.
So you... Hell yeah! And you grab the bird by the reins, and the bird is at first, but the minute you assert dominance, the bird just like, affirmative, Captain, and it is 100% your bird. You have just separated Thoktukain from his blood relative, and then took his blood relative as your pet. This bird is yours.
That's because she's the avatar of Gorm.
That's what's up.
I just picture like the Star-Lord with him going like through the portals in not Endgame, but the one before Infinity War when he's like That's how I picture she like this.
Oh yeah, and for sure, the first arrow hits him in the chest will send him flying back, and as he's climbing, he looks up, it whips him in the head, and as he flies back, as you jump and flick him the bird and take his bird, he just kind of looks, and you see Starro, and in Orcish, he just says, Kaizen, brother, as he just falls to his death, as he's saying goodbye to his bird, and he just tumbles easily 1,000 feet. He's gone. Next round, top of the next, Sidney.
And he's so shook.
Feel real bad. No. I'm gonna sustain the spiritual weapon. And yeah, I'm going to expend spiritual. I'm going to sustain spiritual weapon. I'm going to use it again to strike the nearest orc to me. Wait, no.
All right.
No, I
The one
lied to you. I am going to do that. I'm going to sustain spiritual weapon, but I'm also going to heal Ichi because she's dying, right? Not doing
Not
too
yet, but
I'm going to cast a heightened heal. So that's going to be 2d10 plus 1 plus 8. So I'm going to cast heal on Ichi. Where's my d10? Okay. So Ichi, you're healed 20 points of health.
thank you.
Of course. I just imagine she Alona reaches one hand out to sustain the glowing fist, and then reaches the other hand out to shoot a passion flower right at Ichi's the mantle where the sigil is, and just kind of it glows out of the mantle and shocks her up.
Hero point for that beautiful description. Give me a roll to hit with that glowing fist of Afra that's just pummeling Maro right in the face.
Oh yeah, you got it. That's not a D20. That was a D12. I was like, huh. Okay.
So similar, you know?
I'm gonna use that hero point because I rolled a nat 1. We're gonna do that again. That's better. Brain. Does a dirty 20 hit?
Yes.
Yes? Okay. Cool. So, in that case, if I sustain it, it still remains the fact that it's heightened, right?
Yep, it basically sustaining it allows that spell that you cast your last round to continue as it was last round in this round. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Sweet. So that's 2d8 again. Well, that's 9. That's 9 points of damage.
All that time.
I know. No, plus my ability mod. Wait, hold up.
Ooh.
So it's 13. It's better.
Okay. Oh, that's much better. He is beyond bloodied as his fist just struck him the first time, swings around, and as he's looking around, comes up, catches him again. He kind of starts taking the bird. Oh yeah, that's right. He was retreating. The crack knocked him in the jaw. You see him. He's sitting there on the bird. Blood is just coming out of a swollen lip from this massive gold fist that's punching him. He looks at you. He looks at the fallen orc, who is dead to rights, and he shouts his name. He says, "Kazan!" And he looks. He sighs. And he says the most dreaded word in orcish history. Sam! Which is, it's got 2 definitions. One is retreat. One is failures. As he says this, you hear every other Thoktukain just lament, and they make a call to their birds, and they break formation. And you see Maro just go over the mountain range and just parks his massive griffin out of sight. The 2 female orc riders just finally back on their birds as they just break way off to the east and west, just start weeping into their hands as they break off to the horizon. And your bats and your newly found birds start moving to the massive stone outcrop in the mountain where you see Takaro rise, the leader of the Thoktukain, with his massive siege axe standing on the bird with these massive leather reins. He takes it out and he goes, "You who would kill my family, come to my plinth. Come to my home, my nest. Today, I will bathe in your blood, and I will feed it to my bird." And his griffin just wow! Mighty bird yell as you all attempt to land. Do you wish to land? Because he lets you as he challenges you to combat.
Ichi yells, "I already got all my blood taken. No, thank you."
Ilona is going to land. And no one else has to, but Ilona's going to. Okay. And in an attempt to meet diplomacy, she's going to say, "I'm so sorry that a life of your brother was taken." Shionibus, shut up. Shionibus, hide your face. We're so sorry that we took the life of one of your own. We did not see another way to get out of this battle. We were met with aggression, and we respect that that is the way that you wanted to handle things. But now here we are on our terms, and it's time for us to handle things our way. We need to talk.
Give me the last roll of the night. How many hero points do you have left?
I don't have any.
I'll give you mine.
Okay.
Take mine.
Okay.
Are you rolling age, Shionibus? Are you aiding in diplomacy?
Sure. Yep.
then I will let you give her your hero point if she doesn't roll high enough.
Okay.
Not yet, Michael. Hold on. Let's let these two do the roll really fast. Sydney, roll it first.
All right, Ben, let's see. Okay. 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 All right, that's not the worst. It's not the worst. I still might need your help.
Okay, I got you. I got a +10. Don't you worry, boo.
Okay. Diplomacy. Where's my diplomacy modifier? 22?
22? Okay. So you want to give her aid?
Help.
Just want to check in because I know I saw a lot of hands. Michael, you want to give her aid?
Yeah, I was gonna say since I haven't gone off landing yet. Rufus gonna just start a circle from above, holding alchemist fire for aggressive negotiations.
Okay, it's not going to look good for diplomacy, and you have to roll diplomacy to aid. I won't allow an intimidation, but if you want to make a diplomacy and land, you get to make your choice.
All right.
Overwatch with fire or land in diplomacy. Your choice.
All right, Rufa doesn't agree with what Alona is doing, but he is going to back her up.
Okay. Roll diplomacy. And Kylie also roll diplomacy.
17.
17, okay.
I need to add. Give me a sec. Uh, 32.
32, okay. So you say this amazing speech. You see Takaro Eyes with this long braided mohawk that goes into an amazing ponytail. This shirt made out of steel-like feathers drenched in blood. He is adorned with the symbols and stripes and chevrons of the birds and feathers, and he stands up, he walks to the head of his griffin, and he goes, "We can have words, but you must kill your friend." And he kind of like vaguely points to the whole group. Then we are even.
What?
What that does?
How many
Yeah.
other orcs are around him?
The surviving 3 Thoktukain have fled to the east, west, and beyond the mountain range. He is all alone with this massive bird. You can tell he and the bird bigger than anyone else you've seen in his formation.
Alona says, "That's not fair."
You're right. It is not fair. Nothing can be. I want you to know what happens next is with mercy. And he enters a rage. And that is where we end today's episode of Edge of Legend. As Takaro Eyes readies for war against the legends themselves. Tune in next week where we have the climactic boss battle between the heroes of Edge of Legend and Takaro Eyes and his bird. I hope you all enjoyed today's episode. It was certainly a crazy one, and I want to thank my heroes and players for making it so great. I want to thank you, the chat, for making it so great. Let's say our goodbyes, starting with Mr. Michael Powell. Tell us who you are and where we can find you on that sweet, sweet internet.
Well, I am Michael Kapow. You can find me all over the internet on my social media, which is at Mr. Kapow. That's MRKAPAO. Or my Facebook page, which is facebook.com/Michael Powell Does Stuff, because I do a lot of stuff, like my YouTube channel, which is called Fantastic Tales of Adventure. And on Thursdays on the Toyzilla Network here on Twitch, I host a show at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time called Toyzilla Live, where we talk about toy news and nostalgia stuff. A lot of fun. And yeah.
Awesome, possum. Sidney Rubino, please tell us who you are and where we can find you on that sweet, sweet internet.
Oh, me? Oh, hi. My name is Sidney Rubino. You can find me all over the internet at Sidney Rubino. Every Tuesday, I upload a video to my YouTube channel, and that is of me reading stories. Right now, I'm on a book of American folklore, and we're on the last chapter, which is really crazy. So if you like being read to and you like discussing morals and what we can take from stories, come join me there. I also just want to shout out my friend Cognitive Merchant one more time for this really awesome dice bag. You can find his stuff on his Etsy at Cognitive Merchant. Again, we're going to be doing a giveaway of a bag similar to this, but not as cool. I'm just kidding. It's still really cool. But yeah, check out his stuff because he does a lot of really cool stuff, and I appreciate him a lot for sending me one of these. And thanks, Reef Psyche, for the dice. Thanks. I'm done. That's me. Hi.
Okay. Next up, Kylie, please tell us who you are and where we can find you on that sweet, sweet internet.
Hello, I'm Kylie, or I go by Kai. It really does not matter at this point. When I am not here, or back it up, social media, you can find me at Kai's Wonderful Life everywhere, anywhere and everywhere, except Twitter. Without the Kai's, there's no S, so it's just Kai Wonderful Life. It's confusing, I know, there's a lot of characters, I know. When I'm not here, I play 2 other D&D campaigns. Both are homebrew. One's on Sunday, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time, and then whatever the rest is, where we play a kind of fantasy / steampunk kind of jam at Asgard D&D Adventures. On Twitch, that whole shebang. Mondays, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Times, I play with an all-female group, and we are here 8 p.m. It's called Dragons and Dreamers. That was a mouthful. I'm kind of scatterbrained today, if you couldn't tell.
Awesome possum. And Sam, please tell us who you are and where we can find you on that sweet, sweet internet.
Hello, I'm Sam Sterling, and my scatterbrain has just been thinking of blood latte for the past hour. Don't ask me why. Anyway, yeah, hi, you can find me everywhere at Hey Sam Sterling. Let's see, Saturday, me and PJ will be playing our final episode of Poison Tulips. So go check it out. It was going to be a fantastic time. And other than that, thank you all for watching.
Yeah, thank you indeed. Today was a crazy episode, and I want you to know that all of those diplomacy checks paid off because he gave them the option of making things fair. I mean, he's a sad man. He's a very, very sad orc man. But that's not the point. The point is, my name is PJ Megaw. You can find me all over the internet at pj.megaw, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. Come find me. Let's have a great time. And when I'm not here, for these absolute legends, you can find me on Tuesday. Mr. Michael Powell and I doing a little show with 3:30 to 5:30 p.m. called At the Table, where sometimes you'll find things that show up in this show, like the hairy crab and a few NPCs and some magical items. So come tune in. Join us as we talk about things related to TTRPGs, as well as making things with us that, again, appear in this show. We're going to be wrapping up, I think, the Beastkin ancestry, and then starting a deep, deep, deep dive into sorcerers. So come in if you have any questions, thoughts, comments, concerns, whatever. And yeah, Sam is right. This Saturday, I think, is our last episode of Poison Tulips, 1 to 3 p.m. Pacific Standard on twitch.tv/Gilding Light. And June 4th, which I think is like in a weekend or so, thee and me and a few of these people are going to be with Waffles Maple Syrup, some good friends of ours, as we do Savage World Deadlands, y'all. So that Friday night, tune in to a fun game of cowboys and spells and curses. We will figure out what we are soon. We haven't rolled characters yet, but we have a powerful idea of who we are. It's stats. Anyway, thank you so much for tuning in, and I hope to see you same nat time, same nat channel here for Edge of Legends. Now let's get to raiding, shall we? I gotta copy and paste because I'm a lazy man.
Only way to do it.
Yup.
A lazy man.
I'm a lazy man. Oh, I'm a lazy man.
Also, kudos to the pangolin friend, because that filled my heart. Thank you, PJ.
Yeah.
You're welcome, buddy. I was glad I could help you.
But I can imagine them doing that because they have super long claws. So cute.
And they're just like this the whole time, like,
Oh, excuse me.
oh, they're so freaking cute.
Oh, your cutest pangolin pictures in the Discord, please.
Oh, yes, please. Go to our Discord. Join our Discord. Put in your pangolin stuff. Let's have some chats. Oh, I should probably put
Links in the
right.
chat.
All right, everyone. So we're all set and ready. We're going to be rating in 3, 2, 1.